Welcome to Calvin's Got Game. I'm Calvin.
I'm Lewis.
And today we are going to do our top 10. Lewis will do 5, I'll do 5 of movies, TVs, and books that are made into board games. And we're going to tell you what our top 5 are and what we think are our favorites. So, but before we do that, I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit the like button, hit the bell for notification. Guys, I need 69 more folks to subscribe. And Lewis, what will happen when I get those 69?
When you get that 69, you're going to be giving away a board game that only subscribers can have a chance for.
Only you that hit that button can get. So, hit that subscribe button. You could win a board game. Now, and we'll do a video on telling you when we're going to do it once we hit that 500. And also, we'll take some suggestions of what games you think you'd like. And we'll go from there. So, all right. Before we get started with our top 5, I got a comment I need to get out. This was on our racing games video, Lewis. Mark Patoka said that racing games are probably his favorite games. Says he enjoys playing Quest for El Dorado, which is a racing across forests, lakes, and dunes, sand or something to get to the end, which I've enjoyed it. It's a fun game. Flamand Rouge. It's a bicycle racing game.
Rouge. Yeah.
I've never played it. Sounds like fun. Downforce, which I mentioned on that other video. I haven't got to play it. I'd like to. And then Charioteer. It's probably a chariot racing game. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You know, Romans in the chariot kind of thing. And then he says Camel Up. He loves to play with his grandchildren. So they like it. The grandkids really love that. And I like to hear that you're playing games with your grandkids, your family. Because that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to bring your family together and your friends together to forget about all the petty arguments about politics and news and religion and all kinds of stuff. You just get together with friends and family and enjoy a board game and put all that nonsense aside and get into some other world that you're interested in, or some kind of competitive game, or even a cooperative game that you enjoy. I think that's great. I think if everybody would come together and play a board game, I think the world would be a better place.
So less conflict, other than the board game.
I would hope so, Lewis, because I enjoy playing board games with people of all. We have all types of folks in our game group, probably from all backgrounds, all kinds of things, and it doesn't matter to me. I just want to play board games and I want to have a good time. And if you come to our board game group, hey, you're welcome. We'll bring you in. We'll play a board game. And we'll enjoy the time together.
And our group is getting bigger because now we are doing 2 tables instead of just 1 table.
Sometimes we're doing 2. Last week we only had 1. There was just 4 of us, and we played Viscounts of the West Kingdom, which was a fun game to play. All right, Lewis. Before we get started, I think you have a honorable mention.
My honorable mention, which I was surprised didn't make on my list. And the way I did my list is go to Meeple's
Pub Meeples,
thank you, and put all my games down there, and then they did the equation stuff, picked which one I wanted to play more. This one missed it, and I was surprised. X-Men Under Siege.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't make your list either, because it has such nostalgic value for you.
Yes, it does. And the way they just picked games back and forth, it just didn't make the list, which I was surprised myself. It's basically a quick, if you like the X-Men show, the old one, not the new one, but the X-Men show, the characters in there and their abilities are from the show, the figures, that's what makes the game, the figures. They did a lot of good work on the figures. All the characters, all the X-Men characters, name them, they have them. You have, I've got maybe 20-something characters to pick from this game to do better and defend the mansion from the evil mutants. It's a great game, and I'm surprised it didn't make it here.
I'm surprised too, Lewis. I figured that would be probably your number 1, but apparently it was not. All right, well let's get on with our top 10. I don't know why I'm turning this on like I'm fixing to end the video. Let's get on with our top 10 movies, TVs, and books board games, the games that have to do with movies, TVs, and books. Well, my number 5 is a 2017 game. It's called The Godfather, Corleone's Empire. It's by Cool Mini or Not, 2 to 5 players, 60 to 90 minutes to play in The Godfather. Now, does it capture the movie exactly or any type of The Godfather series? Probably not, but it's a mobster-themed game like The Godfather. And you are going through and you're using your mob family to do certain things. You're shaking down businesses. You're controlling areas to earn points. You're committing crimes, as in knocking people off. And when you knock somebody off in this game, they get to go sleep with the fishes in the river. And I think that's a really cool aspect to the game. It's just a lot of fun. I really love mobster themed games and stuff. One of my favorite mobster characters, was Al Capone, and I enjoy that. So I read a lot about mobsters and gangsters. I was born in the wrong era, but I should have been Tiny or something in the mobsters. I don't know. But anyway, I really like it. The Godfather is a great game. Corleone's Empire by Cool Mini or Not. I think you'd enjoy it. And it is kind of a movie theme from The Godfather.
My number 5, and you have played this before. My number 5 is Night of the Living Dead, a Zombicides game. 2021 game. Common Global Limited is the publisher. 1 to 6 players, about 60 minutes to play, and it's ranked 2,642. If you liked zombie games and know the original zombie movie, which was made by college students on a very low budget, but yet it is very iconic with zombie movies. This is one game for you because you have the characters from the movie as doing stuff. You can pick one of those characters from the movies, and you have this zombie horde coming to that farmhouse, trying to break in, trying to get to you. You're trying to get pieces of wood, nails to board up the doors, the windows, trying to survive the night with those hordes of zombies coming at you. So this game really captures, in my opinion, the movie in a board game. Very few games can do that, but this one, I believe, nails it. And you don't have to be everybody. You can play it solo. I don't advise to it because it's harder to play it solo. But to immerse yourself in this movie, this game does it very well. So that's my number 5, Night of the Living Dead, Zombicide game.
Good pick, Lewis. Good pick. My number 4 is a 2016 game. It's called Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. This is by the Op Games. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes to play. And of course, it's got all your favorite Harry Potter characters that you're playing. It's a deck builder, and you're trying to go up against all the bad. Now, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. Don't hate mail me, right? Don't put in the comments what a jerk. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. Not a big Lord of the Rings fan. But I do enjoy board games with those themes because they're magical and fantasy. But Harry Potter Hogwarts is a deck building game to where you're trying to knock out the bad guys and trying to do it in a way to where no one dies. If one person dies, then the game's over. And I like it because when you do the first scenario, there's other scenarios in the box. It's almost a legacy style game. You open another box and new things happen. And I'm not going to spoil anything for you because there's some pretty interesting things that go on in the box and cards and things that come out. So Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle for me is my number 4.
My number 4. Now this game has got some, not hate, but some folks just don't like it.
I hate it. I don't even know what it is.
It is from Jim Henson's movies, The Dark Crystal.
I love the movie.
Yes. Well, it is 2018 game.
Wasn't that the one with the Gexies or whatever
Yes.
they call them? I love that
Yeah.
movie.
Crazy Pawns Games is the developer, publisher. Two to four players, 60 to 120 minutes to play. And this one is ranked way low. 25,726.
This game stinks. Boy. It's not just
The game captures the artwork. The artwork from the game captures the movie very well. The artwork on the card for each character you're going to be captures the artwork. It's one of the another board game that I like because it puts you in the movie with the artwork, with the figures. And they did a great job on this. Now, what it is not the mechanics, but what a lot of folks, and not me though, is the 2-on-1 aspect, because it is a co-op game. You're either going to be playing the Gelflings, trying to put the crystal together, or the I forgot the evil ones.
Gexies?
Yes.
Or I don't know what the other evil ones are, but anyway.
The
Dark Crystal people.
Yes.
Mean people.
Yes. They're trying to stop the Gelflings. But at the same time, they're fighting against each other because they're like in the movie, they wanted to be the top one on there. So there's a conflict right there. They're attacking Gelflings. And it's just a timer. Now, it is a time game, but in the rulebook it says you don't have to go by the timer. You can add more time to it. It is a times game. The mechanics, rolling dice to do your stuff. A lot of folks don't like that because each character has a certain number of dice or a certain type of dice.
Mm-hmm.
And how you roll depends what you can do or how you can fight, the damage you do on other creatures. That is what turns off a lot of these folks on this game, the constant rolling of dice to do everything you can, what you can do. To me, that's a little side thing. To me, is how the game embraces you into movie.
Okay.
I can't tell much more of this because this game does give spoilers in it. But yes, my number 4 is Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal. He actually beats out Jim Henson's Labyrinth.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Muppets.
No, the Labyrinth. Same designers made both games, and folks still complain both games about the number of dice rolled and how it works. But to me, I like it.
I like both the movies.
Yes.
I haven't played any one of the board games because it's like, how good can it be? I don't know. So I don't. I have to say this. I'm not very fair at giving games that take a movie theme or a TV theme or a book theme very seriously because it's kind of hard to adapt it.
It is hard.
So I kind of give it. I have to either see it played, play it myself, and then add it to my collection, or sometimes I just take a chance and I get burnt. So. Yeah, but anyway, when you're trying to make a movie, TV, board game, it's pretty tough. It's not real easy.
Well, I'm going to have to ask my wife, can I take it out of the house? Because this one, she likes it. She actually got this one.
For me, she'd say sure. That was a great guy.
She liked the Dark Crystal. She can actually sit there and do the whole dialogue.
Oh, Lord help me. Yeah, wow. All right, well, my number 3 is a 2023 game. It's called The Stranger Things Upside Down. Stranger Things Upside Down. It's by Cool Mini or Not, 2 to 4 players, 60 minutes to play. Now, when I watched Stranger Things, this was just a great movie or a great TV series for me because it had a lot of 80s references and things like that from when... I didn't necessarily grow up in the 80s. I mean, I was a little older in the 80s, but I remember all this stuff, right? I seen it happen and people doing it and me and did some of the things. So the movie the TV series was really good to me, and I was debating on whether to buy Stranger Things upside down. But I said, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. I bought it. I do enjoy it. It gives you the feeling of trying to rescue Will. And you don't ever get to play as 11 because she can help you in certain things. You can request her help, but you don't get to play as 11. So you get to play all the other characters. You have to stay away from those vans that try to come get you, the scientist folks. And then you have to stay away from the mind flayer thing and the wolf, some kind of dog-looking creature. It's weird. But the upside down is fun. So it does actually have a right side up part of the mat and then the upside down. So when you go into the upside down, it's a little different for you. There's other things that you have to do. It takes more to move and some other things. But you're trying to accomplish these things in different places to get to, you have to empty it out to get to Will.
Right.
And so if you don't, bad things are going to continue to happen and this thing will escalate quickly. So Stranger Things, Upside Down, such a fun game for me. And I think it did capture the TV series theme. So that gets it's just a fun game by Cool Mini or Not. And the little miniatures doesn't hurt.
That's another game I want to get to play because I like Stranger Things. I've done only season 1.
I've done season 1 and 2. I think there's a new one out, and there may be a new one coming out. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while because my mother now lives with me, and we have to kind of watch a lot of westerns. And I don't like westerns, but anyway. But I try to watch TV that she likes, so I don't think she would like that very much. So we don't watch that.
But I like how it captured the 80s feel, though.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, it's a great, kids riding their bikes, playing D&D.
Yes.
The stuff that they did.
And the music.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
My number 3 is another good movie. And I think they did a good job. Not a great job, but a good job putting it into a game. It's called The Princess Bride.
I'm just looking at his list.
The Princess Bride, The Adventure book game. A 2020 game. Ravensburger's Burger publisher. 1 to 4 players. 15 to 90 minutes to play each quest. It's ranked 4,134 to play. BGG. It is, imagine being put into the book of The Princess Bride. If you have not seen this movie, this game actually takes a lot of parts, a lot of locations from the movie and put it in the book. You have to complete a little task for each chapter of the book. While you do this, you have so many actions to do. You have 4 actions to do so much things. But as you move along, you have to be careful not to get, I forgot the little boy's character's name.
Don't ask me. It's been a long time since I've seen Princess Bride.
Yeah, me too. But you cannot get him bored. There's going to be times, yes.
A little kid not getting bored. Good luck.
When you reveal 2 of him, cards of him, the quest ends. And you got to do it again. So you are trying to accomplish certain things for each chapter of the book, each major location, while keeping the young boy interested.
Give him an iPad. That'd be fun.
They didn't have them back then.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you are Will Smith, I believe that's his name. No, wrong person.
I was going to say Will Smith. I don't think
that's
so.
Pirates of the Caribbean. That's my other board game I like. But, I forgot his name. But the hero trying to capture his princess, finding off the Spaniard fencer, going into the castle, then fighting the evil king, and it brings out all the characters. The miniatures are okay.
Okay.
The cards are good, start cards, I believe. But I like how the game is in the book. And as you flip over the book, you get the new scenario.
I like it when the publishers do that.
Yes. And it is just an unending adventure. And you can play it at different levels too. Different levels depending on how much difficulty you want. It is
nice.
Yes, it is a good solo game. I haven't played it with anybody else, but personally, I like it because I just like Princess Bride, especially the unconceivable.
The only thing that I remember about Princess Bride was that Andre the Giant was in it.
Yes,
That's the only thing I remember about it. Because I loved wrestling back then, and Andre the Giant was in it, right?
yes.
So I watched it just for that.
Well, Andre the Giant had a problem doing his lines, so he had, I forgot who was doing it, but he had somebody read the lines on a tape recorder, and while he was not filming, he walked around with a tape recorder listening to the lines.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
I didn't know that. All right, we're on number 2, right?
Yes, number 2.
My number 2. My number 2 is a 2014 game. It's called Legendary Encounters, Alien Deck Building Game by Upper Deck Entertainment. 1 to 5 players. Takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. In this game, you are playing the first 2 or 3 movies of the Alien series franchise. You have the face suckers, that will attach.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a deck building game, so you're trying to fight off the aliens before they get into the vents, and you're trying to recruit other cards and things to put in your hand to make yourself stronger. But I think it does a good job of bringing in the theme and the anxiety of the Alien franchise. So I enjoy playing it. I enjoy playing it solo. I enjoy playing with a couple of people. I don't think I enjoy playing it at 5. 2 or 3 is okay. Playing it solo is good. I really do enjoy Legendary Encounter Alien Deck Building. That's why it's my number 2.
My number 2 is part of the Pandemic series because it's based on there. It's called Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Oh yeah.
2022 game. Z-Man Games publisher. 1 through 5 players. 60 minutes to play. It's ranked 736 on BGG. One of the highest ones that folks actually have played. Basically, it takes, of course, like the game said, it's during the Clone Wars. And if you know how to play, have heard about Pandemic, have seen Pandemic, it's along like Pandemic style. You try to, like the virus, don't let it spread out. You're trying not to get the android armies to spread out. You have 4 villains you have to defeat at the very end, but not all at one time. You get to pick which villain you want to defeat.
Okay.
You have 7 Jedis to pick from to do the fighting, and each Jedi is different. That allows different things to do. You go from planet to planet, defeating androids, blockades, then defeating the bad guy. You roll dice, you assign damage, you take out the androids, blockade, and bad guy. Pretty simple. Thing is, when you do damage, all the damage has to be done at that one time. It doesn't carry over. You have to do it. Well, how is that possible? It's your cards. It is a game of cards. You turn them sideways, what they call tap it, and you get to boost attacks. You get to travel certain ways. The cards you have in front of you, everybody sees, and if another Jedi is on the same planet as you, they can help you. So if you're about to take a lot of damage and knock you out, you have another Jedi. He or she can tap their cards that are guardians and take the damage off of you and help you out. Now, I'm out of the game. No, that's okay. You pick another Jedi and you keep going.
Okay. So you're never really out.
Never really out. They did adjust on that.
Okay.
So, but like Pandemic, there's a timer. If too many androids get out, you run out of androids, you lose the game. So it's a quick game. It's 60 minutes. it can be 60 minutes or it can be 20 minutes, depending if the cards are in your favor or not. What I like about it is how they captured the Jedi feel, the characters, their abilities. It really puts you in the Star Wars universe, on the bad guys, on the androids, and the planets. They really captured the iconic planets in the Star Wars universe. For my number 2 is Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
I haven't played that, Lewis, so I think I'd like to, since it's in the Pandemic family. I'm a big fan of Pandemic. Everybody knows that. All right, my last one. This one has already been mentioned. This is my number 1. This is a 2021 game, and it's not the Dark Crystal. It is Night of the Living Dead by CMON Games. 1 to 6 players, 60 minutes to play. I've had 3 CMON games on this list. 1 to 6 players, 60 minutes to play on Night of the Living Dead. Kind of everything Lewis said about the game. It does really give you the movie in a box. You're playing different scenarios of the movie, how it goes, and through it. But it's just it's a zombie side game, right? It does have that zombie side feel where the zombie hordes just keep coming and coming. But it gives it a little bit more because of the theme on it, Night of the Living Dead. It gives you that movie feel. If you've ever seen Night of the Living Dead, you will relate to how the scenario goes. So it is a lot of fun. It's enjoyable. I think they did a good job of trying to capture how the movie made you feel and how the movie went. So my number 1 is Night of the Living Dead by Cool Mini or Not.
My number 1, and I thought this was not going to make it in top 5, is Avatar: The Last Airbender, Fire Nation Rising. Some folks already know about Avatar: The Last Airbender. They know about the Avatar series, the movies coming out on different sites. This is a 2022 game. The Up Games publisher, 1 to 5 players, 60 minutes to play, 6,093 on BGG. Basically, you have your Avatar friends, your companions, and other people to pick from. You are going through and trying to defeat the Fire Lord. Unlike the other couple of Rising games, Thanos and the Batman game, this one is you can kind of manipulate and keep stuff happening from the bad guy. This one you can't, because there's a timer, and when you turn a card out that has the Fire Nation emblem on it, the timer keeps going up and up. Now you can do pace with the timer by completing certain objectives each side on the opposite side. But if you can't complete that objective, that's fine. Complete it when you can, but you have to be careful on that Fire Nation, because as soon as that hits at the top, the major stuff, the other dangers will flip over on the board and make it more harder for you to win. It is one of the games that is limited on the dice, unlike the other ones, which you can, I need these many dice, let me borrow yours. This one, it's a set number of dice in the game, you only can use those. So if you have to use 7 blue dice, and there's only 6 in the game, you only can use those 6. So it doesn't stack well, but it does give you more of that. We have to defeat the Fire Lord before this happens. It really puts you in that Avatar: Last Airbender, the first series about it, of trying to beat Black Sun, the day where the Fire Lord gets the most power, trying to get your friends before they get captured. It really puts you in that universe there. So my number 1 is Avatar: The Last Airbender, Fire Nation Rising.
Didn't I play this with you?
I think
once.
Either this one or I think you played the Thanos one.
I played Thanos with you, but I thought you brought this one at one time we played it.
I probably have.
Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's our top 10 board games that worked in movies, TV, and books. So that are, how do I say this? It's board games that incorporate a movie, TV, or books. It's themed after.
Yes.
How's that? Themed after. That sounds better. All right. Well, guys, what are some of the games that you like to play that are movie, TV, or book themed? Would love to hear it. What did you think about our list? Is there any games on there that you want to play that sounded interesting to you? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Hey, guys, still need those 69 subscribers.
Yes.
Hit that subscribe button. I sure would appreciate it. And I guess we're going to get out of here. We've given our top 10, given all we can. It was a good list, Lewis. I really think it was a good list. Even though we did have one crossover, I didn't think we'd have any.
I know. I didn't think would.
But we did. So, all right, guys. What do you got to say?
Oh, no. Just remember, I went blank what I was going to say.
I don't know. I didn't want to cut you off.
That's okay. I can't bring it back in my mind now.
All right. Well, I got one more thing to say. Get a board game to the table. Spend time with your friends and family. Hey, and thanks for watching Calvin's Got Game.